Hello students. Last class we have revised so many things in the topic of motion. Am I right? For example, what is motion, rest, distance, displacement, uniform motion and non-uniform motion, so many things. Isn't it? Yes. So what is motion and what is rest? So motion means nothing but an object position changes over a time. That is motion. Am I right? Yes. Next, what is rest? Object position never changes with respect to time or surroundings. That is called rest. Isn't it? Yes. What is distance and displacement? The entire path length between 2 points, that is distance, isn't it? So distance unit, meter, distance whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity. So distance is a scalar quantity. Yes. So what is displacement? The shortest distance between 2 points, that is displacement. What is the unit of displacement? That is also meter. So displacement is a vector quantity because it has both magnitude and direction. Isn't it? Even in last class we have revised uniform motion and non-uniform motion, so many things. Isn't it? Yes. So in this session, so we are going to revise next few topics. Actually, what we have seen in a second video class as well as corresponding worksheet. Isn't it? Yes. So in order to understand, in order to enter into next few topics, I am going to give some examples. Right? I am going to give some examples. Isn't it? Yes. So you may have heard that word. Hello students. Last class we have revised so many things in the lesson of motion. Am I right? For example, what is motion, rest, distance, displacement, uniform motion and non-uniform motion, so many things. So you once again recall. So what is motion and rest? So motion means nothing but an object position changes with respect to time. That is motion. Am I right? Yes. What is rest? An object position that doesn't change with respect to time or surrounding. That is rest. Then distance and displacement. The entire path length or actual path length between 2 points. That is distance. Isn't it? Yes. What is displacement? Displacement means nothing but shortest distance between 2 points. Okay, the shortest, very shortest distance between 2 points, that is displacement, isn't it? So both distance and displacement unit same, that is meter. Okay, so distance is that is vector quantity or scalar quantity. So distance is a scalar quantity because it has only magnitude, there is no direction. Displacement, that is vector quantity or scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity because it has both magnitude as well as direction, isn't it? Even after that we have seen a uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Am I right? Yes. So in this session we are going to revise next few topics. Actually is what we have seen in second video class as well as corresponding worksheet. Also, isn't it? Yes. So let's get started. You may have heard like these words. Okay, for example, a train moves at the speed of 150 km per hour. Then during storm the wind blows at the speed of 500 km per hour. 500 km per hour. Isn't it? Yes. Even an aeroplane flies at the speed of 400 km per hour. Even whenever I go on ride by bike, my mother insists me to don't go very fast, you go very slowly, like that, isn't it? So this all phenomena show only one common thing. What is that? This all phenomena show only one common thing. Okay, now can you get some idea what I am going to teach now? Yes. What is that? This all phenomena show only one common thing. What is that? That is speed, isn't it? So let's start with the next topic, that is speed, isn't it? Yes. So what is speed, sir? Next topic is that is speed. So what is speed? Okay, so let's start with an example. Okay, so consider 2 points. The point A. This is point B. Isn't it? Yes. So this entire path length between 2 points, that is distance, like this. Okay, which means the total path length between 2 points. What are the 2 points? Point A and point B. That is distance. Yes. What is it? This is distance. Okay. So consider the total distance between 2 points, that is 100 meters. How much? 100 meters. Isn't it? It's very easy. Look at here. You consider 2 points, the point A and point B. The entire path length the total path length between 2 points. That is distance already we know very well. Alright, this is distance. Consider the distance between point A and point B, that is 100 meters. How much? 100 meters. Isn't it? Yes. Now consider an object. Okay, consider an object. So I am going to consider a car. Yes. Consider a car. The car moves through the distance of 100 kilometers from point A to point B. Isn't it? The car moves through a distance of 100 meters from point A to point B. Point A to point B. Isn't it? Yes. Okay. Here the car covers the distance of 100 meters from point A to point B in 4 seconds. How much? In 4 seconds. Isn't it? It's very simple. Here the car moves through the distance of 100 meters. Okay, moves through the distance of 100 meters from point A to point B. Isn't it? Yes. The car covers a 100-meter distance from point A to point B in 4 seconds. How much? In 4 seconds. Yes. Here, how much? Okay, how much distance the car has covered? That is 100 meters. How long it has taken to cover the distance of 100 meters from point A to point B? That is 4 seconds. That is 4 seconds. So if we divide both quantities, we can get what is that? That is speed. Isn't it? So if we divide the both quantities, what are the quantities? Distance covered by the object and time taken, we can get what is that? The speed of the object. Isn't it? Speed of the object. So speed means nothing but the distance covered by the object per unit time. That is speed. Isn't it? The distance covered by the object per unit time. That is speed. So I am going to write the definition for speed and you will look at here. Speed is nothing but the distance covered by an object per unit time. Distance covered by an object per unit time. So what is per unit time, sir? What is a per unit time? Per unit time is nothing but per second. Okay, how much distance? Okay, how much distance has covered by the car per second? Okay, so that is speed. Isn't it very simple? Isn't it? So the distance covered by an object per unit time, that is speed of the object. Okay, speed of that car. Okay, mathematically we can write speed that is equal to distance divided by time. Distance divided by time. Okay, so mathematically we can write speed that is equal to distance covered by an object divided by time taken. Isn't it? Time or time. You can say that time. That is time. Isn't it? So that is speed formula. This is mathematical formula. Isn't it? So the distance covered by an object per unit time. That is speed. What is that? That is called speed. Now here, what is the speed of the car? What is the speed of that car? Okay, so now we are going to find out the speed of that car. Isn't it? Yes. Now, what is the distance? What is the distance? Okay, that has covered by the car. How much? 100 meters. 100 meters. Then time taken, how long? How long it has taken to complete, okay, to cover the distance of 100 meters from point A to point B. That is 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Okay, you further divide both. That is equal to 25. So speed of the car 25 meters per second. The speed of that car, how much? 25 meters per second, which means what is the meaning, sir? Here the car covers, okay, here the car covers 25 meters per second. That is the meaning, isn't it? Here the car covers 25 meters per second. That is the meaning. Okay, so this is speed of that car, isn't it? So speed means nothing but it's very simple. The distance covered by an object per unit time. What is per unit time? Which means per second. Okay, per second, how much distance that has covered by the car? Okay, not only by any object, that is speed. So mathematically we can write speed that is equal to distance divided by time. Okay, here the speed of the car, that is 25 meters per second. Which means what is the meaning, sir? Okay, here the car covers 25 meters per second. Isn't it? How much? 25 meters per second. That is the speed of that car. Okay, per unit time, that is per second. Isn't it? Here Here speed means distance covered by the object, not displacement. Isn't it? Speed means only distance. There is some dissimilarities between distance and displacement. Am I right? Yes. So here speed means the distance covered by the object per unit time. Isn't it? Yes. So next you will see what is a unit. So what is a unit? A symbol, and then this vector quantity, scalar quantity, so many things. Okay. So let's start with unit. Unit of speed. So unit of speed. So what is the speed unit? What is speed unit? So already we know speed that is equal to distance divided by time taken. Speed that is equal to distance divided by time taken. Alright, yes. So what is the SI unit of distance? SI unit of distance, that is meter. Alright. Then SI unit of time, that is second. So what is the speed of unit? That is meter per second. Okay, so the unit of speed that is meter per second. Actually, that is SI unit of speed, meter per second. Is it? But so many units are there. To measure the speed of the object. Okay, for example, kilometer per hour is there. Okay, kilometer per hour is there. Next one, miles per hour, centimeters per second, then meter per second. Okay, so many units are there to measure, to find out speed of the object. The speed of an object. But which is SI unit? Which is SI unit of speed? That is meter per second only. Okay, meter per second. That is SI unit of speed. Okay, what is SI unit, sir? SI unit, that is system international standardized units. Okay, so worldwide level speed unit, that is meter per second. So wherever you go, the unit of speed never change. Okay, it means SI unit never change. That is standardized unit, system international, isn't it? Yes. So this kilometer per hour, miles per hour. Okay, that is for to measure the larger quantities, which means bigger quantities, isn't it? Here the centimeter per second and meter per second, that is for measure smaller quantities. We have so many units to measure the speed: kilometer per hour, miles per hour, centimeter per second, then meter per second. Okay, but SI unit only one, that is meter per second, isn't it? So a kilometer per hour, miles per hour, that is used to measure the bigger quantities, which is larger quantities. Then centimeter per second, that is for to measure smaller quantities, isn't it? So what is the unit of the speed? That is meter per second, isn't it? Yes. Next one, symbol. Okay, symbol of speed. Next one, what is it? The symbol of speed. Okay, so already we know speed that is equal to distance covered by an object divided by time taken. Am I right? Speed that is equal to what is that? Distance covered by an object divided by time taken. Isn't it? Yes. So here the speed represented by the symbol that is small v. Small v. Okay, speed of the object that is denoted by the letter. Okay, letter small v. Isn't it? Yes. The distance denoted by the symbol s. Small s. Small s. Okay. Then as usual time, the time that is denoted by the letter, what is that? Small t. Small t. So speed that is equal to, which means speed is denoted by the letter small v that is equal to s divided by t. So that is a symbol of speed. What is that? That is a symbol of speed. That is a v that is equal to s by t. Isn't it? Yes. Okay. So next one, speed, whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity. Speed, whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity. Okay, I'll say speed is a scalar quantity. How it is possible, sir? How it is possible? A speed under the category of scalar quantity. Okay, so look at here. Look at here. Consider 2 points. This is point A and this is point B, isn't it? The total length, okay, or the actual length between 2 points, what is that? That is the distance, like this. Am I right? This actual distance between 2 points, that is distance. Distance, isn't it? Yes. Now consider the distance between 2 points, okay, between point A and point B, that is 100 kilometer. How much? 100 kilometers, isn't it? Yes. We consider an object. Consider an object. Okay, I have taken here car. Okay, consider a car. The car moves through the distance of 100 kilometers from point A to point B. Isn't it? Here, the car moves through the distance of 100 kilometers from point A to point B. Isn't it? Yes. Here, the car covers the distance of 100 kilometers from point A to point B in 2 hours. How much? In 2 hours. Isn't it? In 2 hours. Now we find out the speed of the car. Speed of the car. So speed that is equal to what formula? Speed that is equal to distance divided by time taken. Am I right? Distance divided by time taken. Isn't it? Here, what is the distance? 100 kilometers. So distance 100 kilometers divided by time 2 hours. 2 hours. To further divide both, we can get 50. So speed of the car how much? 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, how much? 50 kilometers per hour. That is the speed of this car, isn't it? So now we are going to see y. So y is speed is a scalar quantity, isn't it? Yes. Consider. So this is what direction? This is north direction. That is, this is north direction. Then this is south direction. That is south direction. This is east direction. This is west direction. Then this is northeast. What is this? This is northeast. Then this southeast direction. And this one southwest. What is that? Southwest. Then this one northwest. What is that? Northwest. Okay, look at this very important term. Here the car starts its journey from which direction? Which direction? Here the car starts its journey from northwest direction, isn't it? Northwest direction. After, look at here. So after few minutes, after few time, this car moves towards northwest direction. Then after some time, the car moves towards north direction. Then after that, the car moves towards what direction? This south direction. So it's downwards, south direction. Then finally, the car comes to east direction. Isn't it? Okay, look at here. Here the car starts the journey from southwest direction. Southwest direction. After some time, the car moves towards west direction. After some time, the car moves towards north direction. Then after that, move towards south direction, which means downwards. Then after that, the car finally comes to what direction? This east direction. Okay, finally the car comes to east direction. Look at here. In every point, okay, in here every point, the car's direction continuously changing. Am I right? The car direction continuously changing. Okay, here the car doesn't specify particular direction. Am I right? Because in every point, the car position continuously changing. The car doesn't specify particular direction, so we should not consider the direction of the car. Isn't it? We should not consider the direction of the car. Isn't it? So here the car has magnitude. Isn't it? The car has magnitude. How much? Here the car has covered the distance. How much? 100 kilometers. So 100 kilometers is the magnitude, but there is no direction. Okay, because in pathland, the direction continuously changing. So we should not consider the direction of the car. But the car has magnitude. What is magnitude, sir? Which means number. How much? Isn't it? How much? That is magnitude. Isn't it? So here 100 kilometers is a magnitude. Okay, but there is no direction. here the car doesn't specify particular direction, isn't it? Car doesn't specify particular direction, isn't it? So that's why the speed is under the category of scalar quantity, isn't it? So speed has only magnitude, that is, but there is no direction, isn't it? Here it is magnitude, 100 kilometers is a magnitude, then 100 kilometers is a magnitude, but direction continuously changing, so we should not consider that, isn't it? So speed is a what quantity? Speed is a scalar quantity. Okay, what is the difference between scalar quantity and vector quantity? So vector quantity means nothing but it has both magnitude and direction. Okay, both magnitude and direction. But scalar quantity which has only magnitude, there is no direction. That is the difference between vector quantity and scalar quantity, isn't it? So in another way we can say, so what is speed? So already we know. Speed means nothing but the distance covered by the object per unit time, isn't it? The distance covered by the object per unit time. Distance, whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity. Distance also scalar quantity, isn't it? Distance also scalar quantity. So this distance covered by the object, that is speed. So speed also scalar quantity, isn't it? Because here the object moves through the distance, not a displacement, isn't it? So that's why speed also under the category of what is the scalar quantity, because it has only magnitude, there is no direction, isn't it? Yes. So till now we have seen what is that? What is speed, unit of speed, a symbol of speed. Next one, whether it is vector quantity or scalar quantity, isn't it? So next we will see average speed. What is that? Average speed. Next one, average speed. Next one, what is that? Average speed. Okay. So let's start with an example. Okay, because we can get some idea. Okay, you can easily understand about the concept of average speed. Okay. So let's start with an example. Yes. Consider 2 points. Consider 2 point A. This is point B. Okay, consider 2 point A and point B. Okay, the total length between 2 points, what is that? That is distance. Yes, like this. The total length between 2 points, that is distance. This is distance. Consider a car. Consider a car. Consider a car. Okay, so the total distance between point A and point B, consider this is 200 kilometers. How much? 200 kilometers, isn't it? Yes. Here the car moves through the distance of 200 kilometers from point A to point B. Isn't it? Here the car covers car moves through the distance of 200 kilometers from point A to point B. Isn't it? Yes. Here the car covers the distance of 200 kilometers from point A to point B in 2 hours. How much? In 2 hours. 2 hours. Now you find out the speed value. Okay, which is speed of that car. Okay, so already you know speed. Already you know the speed that is equal to what is the distance covered by the object divided by time taken. Yes, speed that is equal to distance divided by time taken. Distance divided by time taken. Isn't it good here? So consider 2 points, point A and point B. The total length between 2 points, okay, that is what is that? That is distance. Here, the distance between 2 points, 200 kilometers. Consider a car. The car moves through the distance of 200 kilometers from point A to point B. Isn't it? Here, the car covers the 200 kilometer distance from point A to point B in 2 hours. How much? In 2 hours. Okay. Now you find out the speed of the car. So already we know speed is equal to distance divided by time taken. Here, what is the distance? Here, distance how much? 200 kilometer. Distance, that is 200 kilometer. Then time taken, that is 2 hours. 2 hours. You further divide both. What is the speed of the car? Is equal to 1. So speed of the car 100 kilometer per hour. Okay, speed of the car. Speed of the car how much? 100 kilometer per hour. That is the speed of this car. Okay. So next I am going to ask one question. Look at here. So this car speed how much? 100 kilometer per hour. Do you think this car constantly moves through the distance of 200 kilometer from point A to point B? Which means you know what is constantly? Which means not changing. Okay, do you think the car continuously moves at the speed of 100 km per hour from point A to point B? No, it doesn't mean like that. Okay, it doesn't mean the car constantly moves at the speed of 100 km per hour from point A to point B. It doesn't mean like that. But in average, isn't it? In average, the speed of car how much? That is 100 km per hour. Okay, in average rate. Isn't it? Note this point. In average rate, the speed of the car 100 km per hour. Isn't it? But here it doesn't mention the car moves at the speed of 100 km per hour all the time. Isn't it? All the time. It doesn't mean like that. In average rate, the car speed how much? 100 km per hour. Isn't it? For example, the car may have cover the 50 km, first 50 km in half an hour. How much in half an hour? The car may have covered next 50 km in next 1 hour. Okay, here the car may cover next 100 kilometers. Okay, so in next half an hour. Okay, but the average rate, how much? The average rate, the speed of the car 100 km per hour. Okay, so here what is average, sir? Here what is average? Average means nothing but what is the word meaning average first of all? Okay, the sum of all quantity. Okay, sum of all quantities are divided by total number of quantities. Isn't it? Sum of all quantity divided by total number of quantities, that is average. Isn't it? Here average means what is that? Okay, you add all quantities. Okay, what quantities? Okay, all the quantities of distance and divide by and total time taken. Okay, so we can get average speed. Isn't it? We can get average speed. So average speed. Okay, so average speed that is equal to total distance. Okay, total distance covered by the object divided by total time taken. But what is speed? Speed means nothing but distance covered by the object. Okay, distance covered by the object divided by time taken, that is speed. But average means nothing but the total distance covered by the object divided by total time taken. How long it has taken to complete the entire path length. That is average speed, isn't it? So average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time taken. Okay, average speed is equal to total distance covered by the object divided by total time taken, isn't it? Here what is the total distance? Total distance, the car may have covered the 50 km, may have, what is mine? The car may have covered this, 50 km, first 50 km in half an hour maybe. The car may have covered next 50 km in 1 hour. The car may have covered next 100 kilometers in how much? In half an hour. Okay, so now you add the total distance. How much? 50 plus 50, 100, and 100 plus 100, that is 200. So total distance covered by the object, how much? 100 kilometers. How much? 100 kilometers divided by total time taken, how much? Half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, then again half an hour. How much? Totally 2 hours. 2 hours. So if you divide both, we can get 100 km per hour. Isn't it? So average means nothing but you add the all quantities of distance, which means total quantities of distance, and divide by total time taken. So that is average speed. Here the average speed doesn't mention the car continuously, which means constantly moves at the speed of 100 km per hour from point A to point B. Isn't it? In first car, sometimes the car maintains a high speed. Sometimes the car may have maintain the low speed, so whatever it is. But in average rate, the car speed isn't it? So what is the conclusion? The average speed means nothing but the total distance covered by the object divided by total time taken. That is average speed, isn't it? So I am going to give another one example, isn't it? Another one example. Look at here. Okay, I am going to another one example to understand the concept of average speed, isn't it? Yes. Suppose you are studying in 9th IIT class. Okay, your class. Suppose you are studying in 9th IIT class. 9th IIT class. So in IIT class, total strength 25 students. Okay, so in your class, total strength of students how much? 25 students, isn't it? Yes. Now consider you have completed term 1 examination. You have completed term 1 examination and you are especially science exam. Your science teacher insisted to you put average mark for science subject. Okay, here how do you make that? First you add all students mark, especially science subject. First you add all students mark. Suppose the all students mark 100, say 1000. Okay, you add all students mark. Okay, all students mean totally 25 students mark. You add 25 students mark. Suppose the 25 students mark is 1000. How much? 1000. Okay, then divide the total mark with total number of students. Alright, total number of students. What is the total number of students? That is 25. Total number of students, that is 25. Isn't it? First, to find the average mark, okay, of your science subject, you add 25 students mark. Here the 25 students mark, that is 1000, and divide with total number of students. Here the total number of students in your class, 25 students. Isn't it? You further divide that. That is equal to how much? 4. So here total. So average mark. Okay, average mark in your class for science subject that is 40. Isn't it? How much? 40 marks. Do you think? Okay, listen here, very important. Do you think every student got 40 mark? Do you think every student got 40 mark? No, it doesn't mean like. Okay, in average mark. Okay, so in your class science subject average mark that is 40. It doesn't mean every student got 40 marks. Isn't it? Every student got, it doesn't mention every student got 40 marks, but in average rate that is 40 marks. Isn't it? Some students may have got 50 marks, some students may have got 0 marks, some students may have 100 marks, some students may have got 98 marks, 99 marks, whatever it is. But in average mark for your class, that is 40. Okay, it doesn't mean all students got, which means every student got 40 marks. Okay, in average rate, that is 40. Okay, so likewise here also. Okay, here average doesn't mention the object continuously moves at the same speed. Isn't it? The object doesn't move continuously at the same speed. Isn't it? In average rate, we can say the speed of that car. Isn't it? Here, what is the average speed of that car? Okay, just now we have seen what is that? It is 100 km per hour. Here, 100 km per hour doesn't mention the constant speed. It's not a constant speed, isn't it? So that is the difference between average speed and speed. So what is speed? Speed means distance covered by the object over time. That is speed. Then what is average speed? Average means total distance covered by the object and total time taken, which means divided by total time taken. That is average speed. Isn't it? Yes. Very, very simple, so don't get confused. Okay? Yes. So next we will see how to convert the kilometer per hour into meter per second, then meter per second into kilometer per hour. Okay, because most of the numerical purpose we will use that. Okay, most of the numerical purpose we will use that. Okay, that's why it is very, very important for you. Okay, so listen carefully how to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second and meter per second into kilometer per second. Okay, so in 9th standard mostly you use the kilometer per hour term, and next one is meter per second term, isn't it? So look at here, very important one. So next one, the conversion of kilometer per hour. What is that? Kilometer per hour into meter per second. What is that? First one kilometer per hour into meter per second, isn't it? Yes. First one, let's take with kilometer per hour. It's an 8 kilometer per hour. So already we know 1 kilometer that is equal to how many? Okay, how many meters? 1 kilometer that is equal to 1000 meters. Am I right? 1 kilometer that is equal to 1000 meter. Okay, you put that. Next one, 1 hour. 1 hour that is equal to how many seconds? Then 1 minute that is equal to 60 seconds. Whereas 1 hour that is equal to how many seconds? That is equal to 3600 seconds. Am I right? Okay. So now we are going to see how to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. This is for numerical purpose, isn't it? Yes. So let's start with kilometer per hour into meter per second. So 1 kilometer per hour that is equal to 1000 meters divided by 3600 seconds, isn't it? Because 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters and 1 hour that is equal to 3600 seconds, isn't it? Yes. Because you further divide both. 0 and 0 cancel. Okay, so we can get, what is that? 10 meter divided by 36 seconds. Okay, again you further divide that. Use second table. This is equal to 80. That is equal to 5. Okay, so that is equal to how much? 5 by 80 meter per second. So 1 kilometer per hour. Okay, note this point very important. 1 kilometer per hour that is equal to how much? 5 by 18 meter per seconds. What is that? 5 by 18 meter per seconds. Is it very simple? 1 kilometer is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. Isn't it? Yes. Now I am going to give one question. Okay, so 1 kilometer is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. Now we are going to convert 10 kilometer per second, 10 kilometer per hour into meter per second. How do you convert that? Okay, look at here. Now we are going to convert 10 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Isn't it? Yes. 10 kilometer per hour. Convert this 10 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Isn't it? So already we know 1 kilometer per hour that is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. How much? 5 by 18 meter per second. So 10 kilometer per hour that is equal to what? That is question. 10 kilometer per hour that is equal to what? Meter per second. So we can write 10 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Am I right? Yes, we can write that. Okay, because 1 kilometer is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. But 10 kilometer, you just multiple 5 by 18 with 10. Isn't it? Yes, so we can get like that. You further divide, use second table. This is 9 and this is 5. Okay, you further multiply. So this is equal to 25 divided by 9 meter per second. So what is 25 divided by 9? So 25, 9. 7 into 9 is 63, remaining 7, add 1 0, then 7 into 9, 63. So that is equal to how much? 2.77 meter per second. 10 kilometer per hour. Look at here, the 10 kilometer per hour that is equal to 2.77 meter per second. Isn't it? How much? 2.77 meter per second, isn't it? So this is a conversion for kilometer per hour into meter per second, isn't it? It's very simple. So if you need to convert from kilometer per hour into meter per second, you just multiple with the quantity 5 by 18. 5 by 18. That's all. Very simple. Isn't it? This is the conversion for kilometer per hour into meter per second. Next we are going to see how to convert meter per second into kilometer per hour. Isn't it? How to convert meter per second into kilometer per hour. This is the next one. So conversion. The conversion of meter per second into kilometer per hour. This is second one. Isn't it? Yes. Here, look at here. So in this term, what term? In this term of conversion of kilometer per hour into meter per second, so we have used what is that 5 by 18 meter per second. Isn't it? 5 by 18 meter per second. So if you want to convert from meter per second into kilometer per hour, you just inverse that. Okay, which means you just use 18 by 5 meter per second. That's all. Okay, you just use 18 by 5 meter per second. Isn't it? That's very simple. Okay, so now I am going to convert that. Okay, so now I am going to convert. For example, here I have used it. Okay, now I am going to convert 20 kilometer. Is it 20 meter per second into kilometer per hour. Yes, 20 meter per second into convert kilometer per hour. How much kilometer per hour? Very simple. Okay, so here what quantity we need to convert? 20 meter per second, isn't it? So 20 meter per second, that is equal to, what is that? You just use 80 divided by 5 hour divided by kilometer divided by hour. Kilometer divided by hour. Isn't it? Yes. Look at here. So, listen here. So here 1 kilometer per hour, that is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. 5 by 18 meter per second. Now you convert 20 meter per second into how much? 20 meter per second into kilometer per hour. You just use what you want, this one. Okay, which means 18 by 5. You use that. Okay, here we have used 5 by 18, but here we use 18 by 5. Isn't it? Yes. So convert this 20 meter per second into kilometer per hour. Okay, so 20 into 1 meter per second, that is equal to how much? 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. Yes. So 18 divided by 5 kilometer per hour. Isn't it? You further divide that. Use of fifth table. So 1, 4. Okay, so 4 into 5 is equal to 20. Yes. You further multiple 4 into 18. So 18 into 4. That is equal to 72 kilometer per hour. So 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second. That is equal to 72 kilometer per hour. Very simple. Isn't here? Okay, so if you need to convert from kilometer into meter per second, okay, you just multiple with that quantity 5 by 18 meter per second. Isn't it? Suppose if you need to convert from meter per second into kilometer per hour, you just multiple with that quantity. What is that? 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. Isn't it? 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. Isn't it? So 1 meter per second is equal to 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. Okay, you note this concept, very simple. 1 meter per second is equal to 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. You use that. Okay, so here the conversion of meter per second into kilometer per hour, that is inverse of this one, which means kilometer per hour into meter per second. Isn't it? It's very simple, because most of the numerical purpose we will use that. So you understand this concept very clearly. Okay, don't get confused. Very simple, isn't it? Yes. So next we will see uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Now after that we will revise worksheet for corresponding second video class. Already I thought that what is uniform speed, uniform motion, uniform velocity and so many things. Okay, you are going to revise that what is uniform speed, isn't it? So what is the word meaning uniform? Uniform means that is equal, isn't it? Uniform means that is equal, not changing, that is uniform. Here something is maintained. Uniform speed, which means constant speed, equal speed, that is uniform speed. Very simple one. Okay, so let's start with an example. Okay, consider a car. Okay, it's considered here. Most of the time we have taken car. Okay, you don't have confusion. This is for your understanding capacity. Okay, because in this lesson we need to simplify the concept with the help of the examples, lots of examples. Okay, without the examples we cannot understand this motion lesson because this is very complicated lesson, isn't it? Yes. So let's start with an example. Consider a car. A car starts the journey from point A. Okay, usually a car starts moving from point A. There it is. Here the car covers the distance of 25 km. Here the car covers the distance of 25 km in first 1 hour. How much? In first 1 hour. Okay. Again the car covers the same distance of 25 km. Which means next 25 km in next 1 hour. That is in next 1 hour. Okay. Next, again the car covers next 25 km in next 1 hour. Next 25 km in next 1 hour. Okay. Then again the car covers next 25 km in next 1 hour. Next 1 hour. Okay. Look at here. Consider a car. A car starts moving from point A. Okay. Then after 1 hour, the car covers how much? 25 km distance. Isn't it 25 km distance? Again next 1 hour. Next 1 hour the car covers same 25 km. Which means next 25 km. Next 1 hour the car covers 25 km. Even last 1 also the car covers 25 km. Okay, look at here. Here the car covers. Okay, here the car covers equal distances in equal interval of time. Am I right? Okay, here the car covers equal distances in equal interval of time. Isn't it? So that is uniform motion. That is uniform speed. Isn't it? Here, so whenever an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time, that is called what is that? That is called uniform speed. Isn't it? Very, very simple. Okay, so now you find the speed. Okay, so if you not understand this, okay, you find out the speed for each term. You find the speed for each time. So let's take first term, which means this term. First 1 hour, what is the speed? So speed that is equal to what is the formula? Distance over by object divided by time taken. Yes, speed. How much distance? Distance that is 25 kilometers. And time taken 1 hour. So what is the speed of the car for first term? 25 km per hour. Isn't it? So speed of the car for first term 25 km per hour. Okay. You take next term, which means here what is the speed? Which means this term, second term what is the speed? Here the distance covered by the object, same 25 km. Same 25 km. And time taken, that is also same. That is 1 hour. What is the speed of the car for second term? That is also 25 km per hour. Okay, so you take whatever the term. Okay, you take whatever the term. The speed will be same. Okay, the speed will be same. Why? Because of the car covers equal distances in equal interval of time. Okay, equal distances in equal interval of time. So that is called uniform speed. Isn't it? Uniform speed. So whenever an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time, we can say that object at uniform speed. Isn't it? So uniform speed is also known as constant speed. What is that? Constant speed. Uniform speed is also known as constant. What is the word meaning constant? Constant means not changing. There is no change. That is constant. Isn't it? So here, whatever the term you take, the speed will be same. That is equal to, that is constant for every term, 25 km per hour. Okay, whatever the term you can take that. Isn't it? Yes. So speed, uniform speed, nothing but an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time. So we can say the object at uniform speed. So uniform speed is also known as constant speed. Constant means not changing. There is no change. Yes. Next one is opposite to uniform speed, non-uniform speed. What is that? Non-uniform speed. So this is our last topic in the session. After that we are going to revise the worksheets. Okay, the second video class worksheet. So next one is non-uniform speed. Non-uniform, what is it? Which means non-uniform, which means what is that? It is not equal. Okay, there is some change that is non-uniform. Okay, so let's start with an example. Consider a same car. Consider same car. The car starts its journey from point A. The car starts its journey from point A, isn't it? Yes. Here, the car covers 30 km. The car covers a distance of 30 km in first 1 hour. That is that in first 1 hour. Again, the car covers next 17 km. Next 17 km. Okay. So in 1 hour, next 1 hour. Next 1 hour. Okay. In next 1 hour, the car covers 20 kilometers, which means next 20 kilometers. Next 20 kilometers. So look at here. In first case, okay, which means in uniform speed, here the car covers equal distances in equal interval of time. But whereas in second case, which means non-uniform motion, here the car covers unequal distances. Look at here. Unequal distances in equal interval of time. So that is, what is that? That is non-uniform motion. Okay, for example, in first 1 hour, the car covers a distance of 30 km. Even next 1 hour, the car covers a distance of how much? Just 17 kilometers. Even last 1 hour, the car covers a distance of 20 kilometers. Isn't it? So here, the car covers unequal distances in equal interval of time. So we can say the object at uniform speed, isn't it? It is not constant speed, it is uniform speed. So the uniform speed is also known as variable speed. What is that? Variable speed. Uniform speed is also known as variable speed. Variable means nothing but changing. Okay, variable means that is changing. Okay, so look at here. So whatever the term you take, okay, here the speed will not be same. Okay, there will be different types of speed range. So look at here, for example, you take first term. So what is speed? You find out the speed of the car. What is speed formula? Distance covered by object divided by time taken. Okay, what is the distance? 30 km divided by time taken 1 hour. So what is the speed of this car for the first term? Which means first 1 hour, how much? That is 30 km per hour. Okay, this is the speed of the car in first term. You take second term. Okay, which means second 1 hour. So what is the speed? Okay, speed that is equal to distance divided by time. So distance value how much? 17 km divided by time taken 1 hour. So what is the speed that is equal to 17 km per hour? 17 km per hour speed. Okay, even if you take last one. So what will be the speed of the car? That will be equal to 20 km per hour. Isn't it 20 km per hour? Here, look at here. Here, car speed is not changing. Car speed is not same. Okay, car speed is not changing. Okay, so that is called non-uniform speed. Isn't it? So, there is a difference between uniform and non-uniform speed. Okay, so in uniform speed, the car covers equal distances in equal interval of time. Okay, but in non-uniform speed, here the car covers unequal, which means objects. Okay, here the car covers unequal distances in equal interval of time. Isn't it? Time same, time never change, time constant. But distance or way are only changing. Isn't it? So, in non-uniform speed, that is also known as variable speed. The uniform speed also known as that is constant speed. Isn't it? It's very, very, very easy. Okay. For example, uniform speed. Okay. In which situation we can maintain the uniform speed? For example, you are riding. Okay, so you are riding some bike. Okay, in national highway road. Okay, which is bypass road. Okay, so in national highway road there will not be crowds. There will be crowds, not very much. Okay, so if you ride on national highways roads, we can maintain the constant speed. Okay, which means we can cover equal distance with equal interval of time because there will not be large amount of crowd. Okay, so now uniform speed that is possible in less crowded area, isn't it? But non-uniform speed, suppose you are riding by bike, okay, it's in crowded area, which means market area. Can you maintain the constant speed? No, we cannot maintain constant speed. Sometimes we have to reduce our vehicle speed. Sometimes we need to increase vehicle speed. Okay, so we cannot maintain the constant speed. So there is a difference between uniform speed and non-uniform speed, isn't it? So very easy one, you can confuse. Okay, so in this session the teaching is over. Okay, so now we are going to revise the worksheet, isn't it? Worksheet. Okay, so now we are going to revise worksheet. Actually, this worksheet is uploaded in Google Classroom on 23rd May. When? 23rd May. Okay, you further check with Google Classroom. Okay, so this worksheet is uploaded. Okay, so it's posted in Google Classroom on 23rd May. Isn't it? 23rd May, you further check with Google Classroom. Okay, I am going to revise that worksheet. Isn't it? Yes. First one, what is that? Multiple choice question. First one, what is that? Multiple choice question. Yes. What is first question? A worker covers a distance of 40 km from his house to his place of work and 10 km move towards his house back. Then the displacement covered by the worker in the whole trip is what? Okay, here what quantity we need to calculate? Displacement, isn't it? Displacement, yes. Consider a worker. They consider a worker. Worker house is here. Worker. This worker house. Then the working place. The working place is here. This is working place. Okay, listen here. Consider worker house is here. Then this is the working place, which means factories, whatever it is, working place. Yes. Here the worker covers the distance of what is that? 40 km from his house. So the distance. Okay, distance between what? Distance between here, displacement. The distance between the worker's house and working place is 40 km. 40 km, isn't it? So consider this is point A and this is point B. Okay, so point A, that is house of that worker. Then point B is the working place of that worker, isn't it? Yes. Here, the worker covers the distance of 40 km from his house to the working place, isn't it? Yes. Again, look at here. Again, the worker moves towards his house 10 km. Okay, how much quantity? 10 km. So now this worker comes to position C. How much? What is that point? Position C. Okay, because here the worker again moves. Okay, again moves the same path of 100 km towards his house. So here worker comes to position C, isn't it? So overall distance how much? 40 km. Again the worker moves along the same path, okay, and covers 10 kilometers. 10 km towards his house. Okay, which means worker now comes to position C, isn't it? Now you find out the displacement value. What is the displacement value? Final position minus initial position, that is displacement. Am I right? Final position minus initial position, that is displacement. So displacement, that is equal to final position minus initial position. Final position minus initial position. Okay, so what is final position? So this is final position of the worker, which means C. The initial position, this is, isn't it? So here question value. Final question value how much? Final question value how much? So okay, comes to here. Okay, so we need to calculate this value. Okay, we need to calculate what value? AC value. Is it AC value? So here the total distance of how much? The AB. Okay, so we know AB value. How much AB is equal to 40. Okay, then if you subtract the BC value from AB, we can get AC value. Alright, yes. So AB value how much? So AB value minus BC value. So AB value how much? 40 kilometer minus this BC value how much? 10 kilometer. Because the worker again moves towards his house 10 kilometer. Yes. So 40 minus 10 how much? That is 30 kilometer. Displacement how much? Displacement that is equal to 30 kilometers. Which one is answer? C one is answer. For first question answer C. Next one what is that? An object travels 40 meters in 5 seconds. 40 meters in 5 seconds and then another 80 meters in 5 seconds. First question answer C. Second question look at here. An object travels 40 meters in 5 seconds and then another 80 meters in 5 seconds. Average speed. What is average speed formula? Average speed that is equal to total distance covered by object divided by total time taken. Here what is the total distance? 40 meters plus 80 meters. So 40 plus 80 that is equal to how much? 120 meters. Alright, so for 40 plus 80 that is equal to 120 meters and total time taken 10 seconds. How much? 10 seconds. To further divide both 0, 0 cancel, that is equal to 12 meters per second. So second one answer 12 meters per second, which means A answer. Then third question what is that? The train moving with a uniform speed of 54 km per hour. So what is the speed in meter per second? Okay, so convert this 54 km per hour into meter per second. Okay, here how can we convert that? You just multiple with 5 by 18 or 18 by 5? Just multiple with 5 by 18. Yes. So it is equal to 54 into 5 by 18. What is the value? 2 second table is 9. This is 27. Just 27. So use 9th table. So 1, this is 3. So that is equal to how much? 5 into 3, that is equal to 15. So answer 15 meter per second. A answer. 15 meter per second. Next one, the SI unit of speed. What is the SI unit of speed? That is meter per second. Already we know because this speed is equal to distance covered by object by time taken. So SI unit of speed that is meter per second. Fourth one, meter per second. Isn't it? Yes. Next, Roman letter 2. Roman letter 2, answer the following. First one is that define average speed. Average speed nothing but the total distance covered by the object divided by total time taken. That is average speed. Next one, what is that? An object travels 16 meters in 4 seconds and another 16 meters in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? To find out that. So average speed formula is the total distance covered by the object divided by total time taken. What is the total distance? 16 meters plus 16 meters, that is equal to 32 meters. 32 meters divided by time taken how much? 4 seconds plus 2 seconds, that is equal to 6 seconds. Yes, 6 seconds. You further divide both. 2 second table. 3. This is 16. Okay. You further divide 16 and 3. So that is equal to average speed. Average speed that is equal to 5.33 meter per second. Average speed that is equal to how much? 5.33 meter per second. So second question answer 5.33 meter per second. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Next one, third one answer. What is third one? The odometer of car reads 2000 km at the at the start of the trip, okay, which means the odometer shows the reading of how much? 2000 kilometer, isn't it? Already the odometer shows the reading of 2000 kilometer. You're starting the trip, yes, and 2400 kilometer at the end of the trip. Okay, end of the trip. If the trip took 8 hours, we calculate the average speed in kilometer per hour and meter per second, isn't it? Yes. So find the what is the average speed formula? So average speed is equal to total distance not by the total time taken. Okay. So what is the total distance here? Already the odometer shows the reading of what is that? 2000 kilometer. Okay. At the end of the trip, the odometer shows how much? 2400 kilometer. Okay. So you subtract from the end of the trip to from the starting of the trip. Okay, which means 2400 kilometer minus 2000 kilometer divided by time taken. How much? Total time taken 8 hours. 8 hours. So what is the value here? 400 kilometer divided by 8 hours. 8 hours, isn't it? Yes. You further divide both. 2 second table. This is 4. This is 20. 2, 10. This is 1. This is 5. Okay, which means what is the value? 50 kilometer per hour. Average speed how much? Average speed is equal to 50 kilometer per hour, isn't it? Yes. Now next last one. Define uniform and non-uniform speed. What is uniform speed? Uniform means an object covers equal distances in equal interval of time. That is uniform speed. Whereas non-uniform speed, the object covers unequal distances and equal interval of time. That is the difference between uniform and non-uniform speed, isn't it? So in this session we have discussed speed, unit of speed, symbol, non-uniform speed, uniform speed, so many things. Even corresponding worksheets also we have discussed. Okay, I hope this class will be very useful. Okay, we will see next class. Okay, which means we will revise next few topics in next session, isn't it? Yes. Thank you.